What an ending to a football game, and what an ending to the year. I'll tell you straight up, the refs did make a big mistake on the last play. They got confused by the Lions trying to confuse the Cowboys and announce the wrong person as eligible. I get the complaints from the Lions fans, trust me. But why are they trying to fool the Cowboys in that type of way? They're only going to fool the refs, which is exactly what happened. It doesn't make any sense. They sent 3 offensive linemen up to the ref to trick the Cowboys on who's eligible when the ref is going to go straight to the Cowboys and tell them who's eligible. You can't tell me that 68 would be wide open if the ref got it right and announced 68. So there's that. But this situation never comes around if the refs don't botch a tripping call. They called one on Peyton Hendershot, taking back a 6-yard run, putting them at 1st and long when all they needed was a 1st down to win the game. So I get the refs made a big mistake at the end, but it's not like the Cowboys got gifted a win to the refs. No matter what though, this was a big win, especially with the Eagles losing, because now the Cowboys just have to beat the Commanders to win the NFC East and get the 2nd seed in the NFC. This is massive, because this would give them a home wildcard playoff game, and if they win that, a home divisional playoff game, and makes it so they wouldn't have to play San Francisco coming off a week rest. But there is one thing. If the season ended right now, they would play the Packers. Anyways, there's a lot more to take away from this game. The Lions are a good team and no doubt put the spotlight on some of the Cowboys' weaknesses. To me, I know this is all subjective, but it's pretty clear what some of the concerns are for this team. The running game is a big red flag for them right now. I know it showed its spurts here and there and the potential it has, but I can't tell you how many no gains and loss of yards they have had in this game in the past 5 weeks. It just needs to be reliable, not detrimental. Whenever they do get some yardage, it feels like it's always called back due to holding or some other penalty, and also feels like it stalls out the offense sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I like how Mike has tried to stick with the running game, and it's shown life and potential at times. However, when it's not working, they got to stop banging their head against the wall on 1st down and get a little bit more creative with it, because to me, it stalls out the offense, which now has started to become a weekly occurrence since the Bills game. Now, don't get me wrong, the offense stalled out the entire game against the Bills game, but the last 2, it's come in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. In the past 2 games, they have scored 0 points in the 2nd quarter and have scored 6 points in the 3rd. I get that these are good teams they have played, but they still just need to be more productive in those quarters to keep the pressure off the defense. Speaking of the defense, it's another concerning element of this team right now. That last drive against the Lions is scary. Don't take this the wrong way. Throughout the season, they have showed up in many crucial moments and kept the Cowboys alive and won the game for them. It's just these past 2 games' final drives have been super concerning. It makes me question if they will be able to win the game on a final drive against a good offense. No matter what though, the whole game, the defense played very well and got the turnovers that we are accustomed to. They made a good Lions offense earn every yard up until the last drive. And that is all it comes down to. Time will only tell. But here's a promising thing. At least they are getting tested in these type of situations against good offenses, getting them prepared for the playoffs. That is a big advantage for them. Anyways, enough of the concerns. The concerns will always be there along with the bright spots. And this team has no brighter spot right now than CeeDee, who now has the record for the most catches and the most yards by a receiver on the Cowboys. His consistency is what is crazy. He shows up every week. He now has 8 games over 100 yards. In the past 8 games, has scored at least 1 touchdown. And what a touchdown he had in this game. Now I know The Lions linebacker totally whiffed, but Dak did. He did, dip out a little bit, leading to a 92-yard dot from Dak to CeeDee. There's no question the offense goes straight through CeeDee. My only worry is what if a team finds a way to double him effectively and take him out of the game? What is the offense going to do? Hopefully, it will look like the offense in the fourth quarter. Brandon Cooks has come up big these past 2 weeks in the fourth quarter, making insane clutch catches. It doesn't look like he's going to get his 1,000 yards this year, which is a bummer. However, that does not mean he has not been pivotal for this offense. Dak has even missed him on quite a few deep balls that would have gave him a lot more yards and some more TDs. And if those opportunities present themselves again, especially in the playoffs, they're going to have to hit on them. Other players that are hitting right now are J. Lou and Donovan Wilson. What a game from these two. And like I said from earlier.
Now, there is some criticism I've been seeing from the fans start to pop up. Donovan Wilson and Jordan Lewis have been catching some slack. And Donovan Wilson actually fired back. Hell yes. To me, that fan comment is totally uncalled for. I understand that Donovan Wilson hasn't had his best game so far. However, Donovan Wilson is coming off an injury and is probably still trying to get back to his groove. Just like Jordan Lewis. You cannot deny the impact they have had, and they still have for this team, but especially the impact they've had for the previous years. They are two big pieces in this defense, and I feel their dominance and their production over the past couple years has exaggerated the little struggles they've had this year. In other words, I'm not worried.
They are coming to form right now at a perfect time and giving this defense a big boost and some relief from some of the injuries they have sustained from this year. Law has continued his dominance along with Micah. Great game from a lot of different players. Not perfect, but they found a way to win. Just one more game in this regular season and it's back to the stressful playoffs. Who knows where it will take them? Time will tell. But they have to win this next game and take an advantage of this opportunity that's before them. Who knows where the Cowboys will be at the end of this season? But one thing's for sure, the curse is over if there was one. Jimmy is in the Ring of Honor. What a moment, and hopefully will rekindle some of this magic that they had from the 90s. Thank you for watching and have a great week. Peace.